When it comes to looking like you actually go to the gym, I'd say your shoulders are one of the most important muscles. You can be absolutely shredded and still look like the average dude if your shoulders are lacking. And that's because they give you that wide look and Dorito shape appearance that everybody's chasing. I'd say for me, my shoulders are definitely a strong point now, but they definitely weren't always that way. I was able to grow mine through trial and error, and eventually it paid off, but that means I'm able to give you guys the information that I wish I had so you can grow them without all the wasted time. And the first and most important part about shoulder growth is going to be making sure that you hit every single head of the shoulder. There's three major parts to this muscle group, being the front, the lateral, and the rear heads. Now the front and lateral are easy, but a lot of people forget about the rear delts, especially because it's hard to see, which weakens the mind-muscle connection. So it's important to incorporate all three heads and not skip over any of them. Mainly because getting that 3D delt look is only achievable with all three heads being well developed. Having one lacking compared to the others creates a weird look that just isn't going to hit that peak aesthetics. Train all parts of the shoulder equally and with intensity to gain that broadness that you want. And now that we know what we're training, we can talk about how to train it. Just like any other muscle group, intensity is key. You want a relatively heavy weight, but not too heavy to where you're going to get injured. So pick a weight you can do for around 8 to 10 reps. Squeeze the muscle each rep and try to get about 2 to 3 sets in per head. You want to get as close to failure as possible without hurting yourself. And don't think you need crazy volume to grow your shoulders. Keep it basic and train them hard. I usually train them with arms, but it doesn't really matter as long as you're doing it about twice a week. Again, just like any other muscle really, the principles of training don't change, even with this relatively smaller muscle group. Stay consistent with them, and they will grow as long as you're fueling your body correctly. I saw a lot of shoulder development during my bulk, and I do have videos on that as well. And if you're wondering what exercises to do, pretty much any variation is going to be fine, but I'll let you know the ones I prefer and why. For the front delt, I usually opt for a machine shoulder press. It feels a lot more stable, and for someone who gets a bit of shoulder pain from years of bench press abuse, this helps me worry less about stability and focus more on the movement. For lateral delts, I used to do a lot of dumbbell raise, but lately I've switched to a machine raise. Mostly for the same reason as front delts, but also the machine allows me to overload more effectively every couple of weeks by increasing the weight in smaller increments. But both are great, and a cable variation works well too. And finally, the rear delts. The exercise I like the most is the cable fly variation. I just get the most activation with this one, but I also saw growth doing face balls. But really, just about any exercise is gonna work great, so if none of these really hit for you, just look up some alternatives and try those. The main driver of an exercise's effectiveness is the intensity and the mind-muscle connection. So just pick exercises that work the best for you and train them hard and consistently. Growing your shoulders can be difficult, so hopefully some of this information will help you grow yours. It definitely helped me, so keep it up and you're gonna see some results. And I mentioned before my video about bulking, and that's on screen right now if you want to check it out. And that's it. Love you guys. Peace.